Hey, welcome back. Week 28, and we've actually had a lot happen this week. It's we've had that roller coaster ride that they warned us about. He that hole in his heart or his duct, it was actually getting a little bigger. Correct me if I'm wrong when I tell this story. Uh, they gave him some medicine, and the medicine started messing with his kidneys. So they
They couldn't complete the treatment.
so they couldn't complete the treatment. Uh, Now we're just waiting on him to be able to. I don't know.
Basically, they're just supporting him until he can grow and maybe grow out of it. But yeah, it kind of had gotten much worse. His lungs were like collapsing. Like one side would collapse and the other one would be open, and so that's why. And he had a ton of fluid around his lungs, so that's why they decided to do the treatment. And then I thought that they were just doing the treatment, and we went in the next day and they couldn't complete it because his kidneys were having trouble. So he went to almost no urine output. And I did speak incorrectly last week. It's called a PDA, ductus arteriosus. So, anyways, he's had a rough week so far, and he has Mama pretty worried. But he's on a new ventilator. He's gone through two other ventilators.
One ventilator breathed for him 600 times a minute, right?
Yeah, and then
So he looked like he was just vibrating.
this one's similar, but it's a lot gentler on his lungs, and he seems to be doing a lot better in tolerating it. But they've had to keep him sedated because it's these other ventilators are so uncomfortable, and you can tell when he needs some more sedation because he just gets really agitated.
He's moving and grabbing.
Yeah, he's like flailing around. It breaks your heart. But he's doing better on it. And then he has what's called PIE. How they described it to me is his alveoli, which, for those that don't know what that is, it's like the grapes on the Sims, have little holes in them from damage.
Are you talking about the veins in the lungs?
They're not veins, they're little air sacs, and that's how air is exchanged in the body.
I didn't know
Alveoli.
that.
Yeah. And so the alveoli from the other ventilator, because it wasn't gentle enough, have started to leak. And so the goal with this new ventilator is to help so that those repair themselves, so that he has all of his alveoli, or at least more equal between the lungs. So it's just kind of a wait and see game. They do have surgical options to repair the PDA, but we would have to go to Louisville or Indy for that, and plus he's so little that they don't want to do that. So it's basically like we're just incubating him until he can maybe grow out of it, which is frustrating for us because it's like we can't do anything. Oh yeah, we were down there today, and his eyes popped partially open. They're still fused in the corners on the temporal aspect, but
Can't see what color they are. I'm thinking they're blue though.
I can't tell. I can't tell, but he was just kind of like peeping out. Like you could barely see. I got really excited. It was just when we were down here that happened. So maybe he was waiting for Daddy to get here. But I just pray and hope that he doesn't have any eye deficits. I can deal with the whole glasses issue and that part, but I'm just hoping with all this oxygen bouncing back and forth and him having trouble with his lungs, I'm just hoping that he doesn't have any retinal defects or anything that's going to cause him to not be able to see well. But like Josh said, I'm the only one that would worry about that. Any normal parent wouldn't even worry about the eyes at this point.
And I guess that's really the highlight of the week.
Yeah.
Other than he's still alive. That's always a good sign.
It's been pretty hard on me. I'm here by myself now this week, and I like my alone time here. You know, like I like that. I'm really not bored. I'm busy. If I'm not down, I mean, I don't even have time. I wanted to start knitting, and I haven't even had time to start that. I've been really busy, but it's exhausting. And unless you've been a NICU mom, you really don't understand the exhaustion that happens with it. You're like emotionally and mentally and physically just drained, but we're getting through it. So, got a long road ahead of us.
Well, thanks for following. Make sure and like, share, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.